right, everybody, what's up? Welcome back to this game. I literally just the game like launches. I'm here where I save when I leave, and then I hit record, and it started talking, and there was two voices talking over each other, and obviously what we did in the last episode. Well, you know what? We're done here. I forgot where we were. Anyway. Let me get moving, because it said... Remember I said that growing those humans, setting them up, the Seats of Care quest takes like 1 or 2 in-game days? Well, allegedly, it takes also 1 or 2 real days, because I stopped playing right away, and I haven't played for a day. Now I'm back, and... Where's the Lazarus at? It's over here. Where the heck am I going? And it said, go back to the council. So we'll do that. But I figured trying to not stay stationary and then talk and then go. Just like last episode. So you guys have spoken, saw your comments. People are still loving the series. We're going to investigate some of these underwater places. Different things. Callie even said, you know, you lost me a little bit when you were building humans, but I still love the game. Remember when I mentioned, like, geez, I don't know, 40 minutes into doing them, I'm like, wow, this is not going to be good for people to watch. Because I could feel myself struggling and watching somebody struggle. But I think that the comments were pretty good. I think people felt the same way I did, that what I was doing was, you know, a good effort. And that one teacher, I got absolutely lucky, because normally it would pick the top one. But I haven't grown that many humans. Maybe it was that 4, 5, 6, maybe 7 total, maybe 8. And every time I've grown them, with the exception of that one teacher, the top line has been chosen, you know, the top one. But that almost every time that's happened, that top line was the only one that was at 100%. So because I got 3 of them to 100%, it was a crapshoot. It was a roll of the dice, a shot in the dark. You know what I'm saying? And I got it. Thank goodness. Honestly, I thought I was going to have to end that episode and just spend some serious time making peoples, but it worked out. Wow, I almost ran into that thing. It worked out, so that's good. But yeah, you know, I know when I'm losing Callie, then it was definitely trying. You know, it was like a very, I get that, because I was like, oh, darn, well, it's happening. I'm like, man, I just hope I'm not like misreading something on the screen, and you guys are like, oh my God, we just went through 45 minutes of him not doing this. Someone did mention it would be nice though, like, you know, how, whether it was like how I chose, you know, I went in and I selected that one specifically while we were trying to figure a way to build it. If you chose one to build, if it, I don't know, if it outright gave you the stuff to do, that would completely take away from all those aspects. But at least something, I don't know, but I got lucky. That's all I'm going to do with that, though. I'm going to finish this quest, but I'm not going to build another set of humans. No way. That part of the game was, it's good that it's in there for people who choose to do that, but for me, nope. I do the original one, I do another set, I do the first thing like that. I think we're pretty good. Unless something comes up to say, you know, if it's not like a... I would be fine with, hey, launch 22 people into space, you know, something like that. But not launch these specific things, because there's just, I find that the food, it just, everything's on there. If you're trying to target one of those things, it's just way too much. Way too much. You know, it's like, well, I got everything right, except I've quadrupled their age life expectancy, you know, and that just doesn't work. And there's not really a way to deduct it. You have to go find another thing that doesn't add as much as that to it, but usually it doesn't add as much as the one thing you are looking for. That made no sense. That made no sense. Whoop, whoop. Whoop. Wait, is there a horn on this? There is. This is a fog. That's my foghorn. Hey, Project Omega. I can't even see it. The whale is right over there somewhere. Is the whale there? The whale is there. I just see the shadow of it right under the south. See S? Right there. Cool. Cool story, man. Remember what I was saying last time about the weather? Well, the weather's back. I wanted to... You know what I was going to do? I forgot because like I said, I came in here and started recording. I was going to maybe travel up to the refinery. I actually really like the refinery. There's like a lot going on. What I don't like about it is the boat doesn't get any power, so I could definitely park different. And those... If you want to build a lot of bio chum, go there. Dude, it's like nuts. I'll stand out there. I'll walk out there at night, and they'll. If I don't do anything, they could unalive me quick, right? But if I just go there where it auto collects, dude, I encumber myself in like 3 seconds. That's how much stuff's on the ground there. So if you're looking to collect, go up there. And I say that because you're waiting for fuel, right? You're actually sending fuel to the boat. You're waiting for the crude oil to be converted into fuel. So you got a little time on your hands. There's plenty to do. And the other reason was, I think that, like, I don't know if it'd be easier or it's just a method, but we could start up here at there's one underground thing there. This one here, Norfolk Grave, you know, we went to that one, so that we're not going to count that one. There's only one up there. We'll take a closer look just after we finish up this part. It tells us to return to the Council of Humanity up there to receive your next instructions. You know what they're going to do, right? You know what they're going to do. They're going to go, okay, time to build a political cabinet. You gotta make the politics of the world. Like, yeah, no thank you. Don't want any part of that. Every time I play this game, you know what? I never looked at. Can you paint your deck? No, it would have to be another. Have to be another square. Wouldn't it be cool if we could paint this deck back here? I know it's got the H on it, but I mean, come on. We could paint it. It would match the ship with the starfish and the thingies and all the fun stuff. Best paint job ever. Okay, coming in hot. See if I can not bounce off the deck this time like an idiot. We're kind of angling in okay. I hit the corner before was the problem. Hey, that's not bad. That wasn't bad. That was a decent dock. I mean, I'm too far forward, but it was a decent dock. Get back here, son. Actually, this is my spot. Remember, I said I have a certain spot. I don't know. These things just seem so far forward. Yeah, last time I said I could do that there if you want to do the stretchy, but this is good, these two. Look at that. It's perfect. What I would like to, it's because, and I understand, it's because I have these tanks up here that this one seems way too far forward. Look at, I put that on there. It's actually fine. That one's good. You don't need more further forward. You got the ladder, then you got this wall. Then you got this guy, right? I would rather see this guy right here, right? Next to the ladder. And then I'd like to see one elevated here or either on this edge, a mooring, right? Because then I would use maybe that front one and either this one or that back one, because not all things are this long. Actually, almost nothing's this big. But think about it, if that thing was here, I could go from there to there, right? And then from there to there, and now you're like That's how docks. That's how boats are actually moored. Somebody asked me when I was gonna grind this little fella up. That's not nice. Why do we want to grind up guns? I forgot the name. You guys named it. You guys named it, and you said that's guns. Name him this and paint. Give him the Canadian paint. So it wouldn't let me name him, which could be a cool thing to add in the game. Because you can name chests, right? Yeah, you can name... So I was going to say the technology. The coding is there. Look. Right? Teddy. You can name things already. So all you have to do is give us a customized thing for the robot. We can name him. And then instead of choosing the color, we paint him. Or give us the ability to choose the color. That would be cool too. Yeah, we could name him. You guys came up with a funny name. It's been weeks. I don't remember it, but it was pretty dang funny from when I first heard it. Because we like, we like making fun, because that's what you do with your friends. You make fun of them. Right? The more you know. All right, what are they going to say? Nothing? Oh, everything's coming online. Committees. So, we have one committee done. The Habitat Care Committee. There's deck operations, powered security, field there's all kinds of stuff. Return to the council and receive your next instructions from Habitat Care Committee. Okay, so if we go into the committee, we go into the Habitat Care Committee. Take quest, the forbidden fruit.
Caretaker, Habitat Care is requesting pears, not nutrient paste, not processed biomass. Pears. They want proof that Earth can still produce something whole.
We got a pear. How many pears? Take quest, true choices. Wait a second, you guys. So, look, I'm just going to go out on a limb here. Just flashed into the old brain bucket up here. What if we're like, you guys too, you guys looked at this and go, nah, we're good. Just do that one. What if every time you do one, they give you more quests, like legit quests, not go fetch quests. That's kind of a go fetch quest. Return to the council, receive your next instruction. So, forbidden fruit. Grow pears and send them into space. Add pears to the rockets. Launch the rocket, deliver the pears, wait for the reward, sail, and claim a restoration seed. Ooh, that sounds important. Now, it doesn't say how many pears, though. Like, don't we want some specifics here? Add pears, plural. Pears. Grow pears. When I see pears and no number, I think of 2. That's what I think of. Okay? Now, first, before we leave here, it did give another name for another quest. No, it didn't. No. It did for a second. Form committee. Oh my god. I mean, I could do that. I could do it on a stream. Even though we've been streaming Assassin's Creed Black Flag Pirate Meaty Resynced, and we've been having a really good time. I just remember, and you guys, sometimes if you guys don't go to the stream, if you do, it's okay if you don't. That's fine. I know it's kind of at a weird time, I'm on the West Coast. I've always been on the West Coast. I got a lot of Midwest, East Coast. I got some peoples here. I got peoples around the freaking world, right? Like Biggs and Mike. All my people over in the UK, right? It's like, depending on the time of year, it could be 11 o'clock midnight when I start, and they're there. Like, they're there. I think it's just, I don't know, it's awesome, Think of your friends. Think of your friends, and what would they not do for you, right? I thought I put one in here. It's a pear. Now these trees I thought were plantable, but those aren't. But I remember I picked one pear, right? And because it showed that it was a pear seed from Elysium Orchid Line. Yeah, it showed that it had the thingies. I brought it in here. That's why I came over here to look at this. How cool is Tommy the dinosaur? I want one of these in real life. I want a dinosaur with a blue striped shirt and a hat. Let's see if our thing made anything. Oh, we got a little bit of stuff in here. All right, let's see if we can dump a little bit in there. Dump a little bit in there. Still got a little bit left, which is this guy. And then we've got some of the go-go juice right there. And then we got some of this there. Perfect. Okay. So this thing has got a lot of stuff. It's only going to be making stuff if I'm here. So, unfortunately, why... Wait a second. Why is this stuff here? You think... Doesn't this look like a chute? Is it poop? They're poop... Oh my god. That's the humans I grew. They're pooping. They're pooping. That's human poop. For those of you who don't know. Okay. You know what's unfortunate? Is we literally have to go right back to where we just started the video. To see if there's more pears. But that's okay. Because along the way, either from here to there or from there to the rocket launch site, we can do one of the underwater thingies, right? We should be able to. Did you know nighttime is the right time to party? Ha ha! Dong diddly long. All right. Let's do that guy. Yeah, it'd be kind of cool. I think it's awesome that they allow us to make mooring thingies. You know, not that thing, but you know what I mean. But you can't make the other thing. I kind of get that. I kind of get that you can't make the other thing because you could put them everywhere. You know, they're very specifically on the boat. They're very specifically on the gyro. Right? That gyro back there, it's got things going. All right, let's head over here. We got to check for pears. Now, there's only, probably 2 pear trees that would be able to do anything. But in the meantime, let's look to see what we got going here. We're done with this, right? I mean, there could be... there could be stuff to loot down there. This thing we could go land on, right? We're going to Pishon, and then from Pishon, we got this place here. We can check out. There's actually a lot at Eden Cradle still, too. Look at, we're at 14 of 22,000. Yeah, Lazarus Complex, you know what? I am so glad that when I found that place and we did the good long video and all that stuff, it was totally like gave it its due and proper. Because even coming back here, then adding, you know, the power and all the stuff I've done here so far, I may even want to do more. But that place is awesome. And it's awesome that they put it right in the middle of the map. It really is. It's weird that the launch site is way over there. But I get it. Just like the crude is way over there and the launch site is way over there. If it was closer, it'd be like you'd be just launching people all the time. I get that, but that's perfect to put that there. So what do you think? What's the over and under on us having any grown pears over here? The problem is if you're not there, the pears won't grow. So we don't have any pears in here. And that's where I'm pretty sure I would have put them, is in here, because I looked at them and they said height, intellect, light. Actually, those are food. Those are food numbers, not book numbers. I don't think I put any in here. Put that in there. Got some cash. No pears. You know what we're gonna need though? We're gonna need some more of them abyss lights when we go do our dive. Better make sure I'm not gonna smash into something up here. Oh, we got 3 kilometers to go. Okay, well how about in here then? We got no abyss lights in there. None in there. And none in there. Okay, I had some in there at some point. Wow, we're just passing that up. Huh, interesting. So that's where we'll go next, that place. If we can get at least one more pair, and we'll zit to there, then we'll go zit over to there. That'll be pretty cool. We'll get an idea. I remember the first one that we went down in. 2 things. One, we didn't have good dive depth. But honestly, I don't think it affected us that much there because you're forced to go early game there, and I think they know that you're not going to have good dive depth. And 2, we didn't have... I don't think we had the single Tide Ripper. I don't remember. Look, there's a dude up there in the sky. You know that he's guarding an underwater thing. There's one right there. Remember we saw one over here on the way back from the launch facility. So if we look to the left here, there should be a seed thingy. Where are we at? We're here. There's one floating right in this area. I don't know what he's guarding. He might be the dude guarding that unlisted tower? Huh. I thought it would be a seed thingy. Maybe my theory is wrong. There he is right there. He's just floating there. What are you doing? He's obviously, I was going to say alive. What do you say? Online. He's obviously online. He's a robot. He's not alive. He's online. You guys might be questioning my placement of this stuff because we can't see anything, but look, when you do this, you can see everything you want. Everything, everything. It is kind of funny that we started here, we went there and came back here. Obviously, I didn't know that. If I did, I would have taken the gyro, which would have been a lot faster. So the gyro is perfect, right? Here's why I say it's perfect. It's really kind of a pain to fly. I mean, actually, I take that back. It's a pain to land and to take off and to do controlled, like, landings. But flying, it's actually really easy. And if you get up high enough, you can pitch forward and do like a dive and get like going 160 kilometers an hour. And that's like, I actually tested it on a stream, I believe. I think we were at Lazarus, and we went back to the sanctuary where we started. So we went from Lazarus here, and we flew all the way over to here, which if you look is, 6 kilometers. We flew 6 kilometers all the way back to here, because I was trying to get the Mother Under the Sea achievement. And it's back there, if you didn't know. Underneath that place, down at like 200 and something meters. And at full unlock, 100 meters is your dive depth before you start taking some serious pain. This game, you always look off in the distance and you see the storm coming. It's over there. You look everywhere else, it looks really nice. Really good, but you look over there and it's like, they're naming storm. There's the lightning right there. So if you guys watch the Chris X channel, this is going to come out on a Sunday for you guys. If you're watching it the day it comes out, should be a nice, enjoying, relaxing Sunday for you. And if you watch Chris X, you'll know that last Sunday I made a video, and it was that thunder, lightning, rain, pretty cool. Well, since then, it hasn't stopped, and it's now 1 week later and it hasn't stopped, which unbelievably, wait, you know what? You see those things out there? Oh, I should probably turn instead of just stopping like an idiot. We went to the ones over there. We didn't go out there. I don't know what those are. Anyway, what was I saying? The forecast, surprisingly, was right. He said it's going to monsoon rain all week. And it started Sunday. It hit Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and now it's Saturday night. And I went to Sportsman's Warehouse today because I needed a couple new grips for some of my ARs. Like, it's funny that things change. Well, at least for me. Like, I've had, thought, oh, I like this grip, I like that grip, I like this, I like that, whatever. But over time, things change. You try different things. You're like, wait, I like, I ended up on like the BCM grip. And see, that tree right there is the one I got the one piece of fruit from. So only that tree or that tree, possibly that one, are going to be capable of Fruity Pebbles. Whoop! So, BCM, Bravo Company, I got a couple of their rifles. They're really good, like money to value rifles. They're not cheap. They're not like budget rifles, but they're not break the bank rifles either. You get a lot for your money. Oh yeah. No, there's a pair there. Don't tell me you're growing. It's right there. I can see it. I think only one pair at a time grows. Anyway, they have 4 mods. 5. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. They have 5 mods. So they're all a little bit different. I'm like, oh, great. Which one do I have? They're all growing. All right. Here's what we're going to do. Okay. These are growing. I need to stay here a little bit. What is that? Doesn't that look like one of those seed pods on the front of my ship? That is a container stuck to the front of my ship. Did I place that inside and it went through the wall? What the dealio? It's spicy. Dude, how long has that been on there? Have you guys seen that and not told me about it? Anyway, long story long, instead of just ordering online, because that stuff you gotta get from online. Nobody carries the good stuff. Everything in my town, it's a little out of the way place, so everyone's cheap. Okay, wait, something's wrong here. Something's wrong here. Something's definitely wrong here. I don't understand. Oh. I can't swim up with this thing. What the deuce? Okay, how about on the back? What the deuce? Oh, that's on that thing. Ha! Okay. Are these... Where are these from, is my question. Why would there be 2 things floating? Never had one there. Wait, is that a small one? That's a small one. Never had one there. No, none of these are missing. Oh, that's so weird. Get in there. Okay. Anyway. So, my point is, wow, I take a long time telling stories, that I wanted to, before I just bought something online again and it'd be wrong, not that it would be wrong, but it could be wrong. They didn't have any of the ones that I actually wanted, but they did have one I wanted to try. It was a Bravo. So if you don't know about BCM Bravo, don't get it confused. Two different companies. Bravo and BCM both make good, like the best stocks and grips. Everybody loves them. Bravo made the SOP mod stock, which was like super popular a long time ago. So Sportsman's had that, and that's why I went over there. And it was raining a little here, but it was thunder, lightning. It was like the streets were flooded. It was awesome going there. Pretty dang cool. Yeah, all that story just to tell you that I was out in the rain today. So I had to park. It's got a gigantic parking lot, and completely lost my train of thought here. It's got a giant parking lot. And, you know, they have like 30 handicap spots. There's no one ever in them. There's 30 handicap spots. So you got like a big gap of road between the front of the store and the parking lot, right? So people can drive close to the buildings. And then you got 30 handicap spots and then the regular parking. And the handicap spots, they at some point they changed the image from like the wheelchair to like someone racing in a wheelchair. It was, I had never seen that before. I just don't pay attention to things, I guess. But I find people with handicap plates and placards parking in regular spots and walking because they're, I think in their mind they're like, look, if I can walk, I'm gonna walk. And you know, I would try and do the same thing myself. You know, it's not like a pride thing. It's just like, look, if you can do it, you know. Then I find other like douchers that just park there because they're lazy. Can you believe that? Laziness. That's so stupid. Anyway, so I had a long way to walk. Probably like if you park cars side by side, there was probably, well, 15 rows of that. I was actually in the first parking spot after the handicap, so that's the 16th spot. So 16 cars, and then like a wide enough roadway where 2 cars could go in each direction. So by the time I got to the front door, my shirt is soaking wet. But I was wearing one of my cool, you know, outdoor shirts, which dry really quick. So that was cool. All right. So we just got to wait for one more pair. How far south is that place? It's this way. 4 kilometers. That's too far. Oh, I was going to build some more, right? Let's see how many. I don't know how many. I don't think I have that many. No, I don't. I have 24 of those. So let's build some more. We need stainless steel. There's 30 of them. I don't have any crude oil on board. That's why I was carrying crude oil. I don't have any crude on board. Clear the queue. Alright. Well, I guess that reminds me of why I initially started carrying crude oil on board. So these things only require stainless steel, and there's 8 of them. So, in my opinion, we can make 3. Unless some of them require more stuff. I would like to... Did I finish the one side at least? No. Let's go up and see what that looks like. Is that another chest over there? I'm hoping those chests didn't fall off my boat. I don't see how they would. You guys, if I... Oh, dude, there's not one of those things out there. Let's go get this. Who? Wait, somebody said it'd be cool if I had, like, put on my electrical backpack, right? And then you did this. And I'm pretty sure what they meant is just so in case I ran out of juice. But I could also... I could also carry some of those thingies. Oh, dong. Did we ever go down here? Oh, that's the end. Oh, what? What? Dong. All right. One can dream. One could dream. They did that on purpose. They did that on purpose. Oh, I probably could have made it if I could have just seen. Okay. Where am I? I don't even know where I'm at. Let's go up the stairs. I did put down 2 sets of stairs, though. So I get this one. Whoop. And then that one. So this one goes over. I put 1 tree there, 1 tree there. And this is the corner. That's the corner of that one, so that's good. We can do this. We need a straight and a corner here. No trees up here, I don't think. Again, I can always add them later if I need to. Building. Okay, we need the corner. Where's the corner? This one? Corner. What the? Oh my god, it goes up higher. That one. Okay. There we go. So from the corner, that's 1, 2, 3. But then there's another one here. Oh, you know what? This could make a really good helicopter landing area. Or, I wonder if you could fill this area in. I don't think so. Or, you would definitely have to have some stairs to get up there, though. Or, like, if you were going to build something here. Like, you know, you got a good supply of O2. Maybe that's their goal. You're going to have power and O2. Or it would be better to move all the power up here. Because then it's not going to be blocked by anything. Oh, it's too bad I don't have any crude oil. Because this would look really cool. Get an idea here of what it's going to look like. Because we're out of the stainless. We put 1 there, and then we put the stair goes off that way. So the stair, 1 there, we put the stair down there, so we could get up to there. Oh man, I want some crude oil now. You know what'd be cool? You know what'd be cool? If I left my boat here, right? And that kind of counted as leaving this area active. So look, this tree grew. Where'd that 1 pair go? Still growing. This was growing. Yeah, it's a little fella there. Let's say I could fly my... There's no crude oil. There's gasoline. Hold on. Oh, I was going to fly over there and collect some crude, but there's only gasoline, diesel, oxygen. Where are those containers at? Are they in here? No. Where are the containers at? You know the ones I'm talking about, the little things that go... They are? No. Yeah. Small batteries in here. Oh, because they need to be filled with something, there you can only use that thing in there. That's why. That's why. Okay, that one should be ready. No, come on. That's the one I picked. How much more does it need growing, man? What does that say? Loot? Oh, we got it. Not that one. This one. Loot all. Got it. You guys would have killed me. It said it right on the screen and I wasn't doing anything with it. It's not looking at the tree's growing. Loot all? But if the pear's there. Alright, we got 4 pears. That's got to be enough, right? Pears, plural. How's our water doing before we leave? Yeah, I need to make a bunch of stainless steel next time I hit that over there. That up there, that top area, I can see just a ton of potential up there. A ton of potential up there. Alright, we got pears. Now we're gonna go... Let's save. Did I save before? Probably. Just a day ago. 9 seconds ago. Sure used up some power there. Is that just from swimming and having my light on? Anyway, my crude tanks are in. Wait a second. I filled up my crude tanks from the whale. I never offloaded them. Oh, I know what it is. Derp. I know what it is. Hey, another one of those. I like these ones. These got some fun stuff in it. So the blue ones are all about the power stuff. If you want a bunch of power cells early on, definitely get the blue ones. Look, this hose here, going up there, going right there. That's the through thingy. Actually, the through thingy would work better right here, but I don't know what's above this. Let's see. If you think about how far I stretch that hose, I would think that maybe right back over in there would be a good spot. Let's try it. Okay. I should be able to make this now that I connected the crude line. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I'll just make a bunch of it. I need a pin. I need a pin. What a pin's at? Right here? Connector. Build. I said a pin. It's connector. When you build connector ports, so you pin them out. Alright, let's see if we can see that thing. Oh my god, it's right underneath this tank! It'll connect. It'll connect. Do that. Look at me, redefining the system. Okay, now we're gonna drive. Now that we got that flowing. Wow, I am so glad I caught these things because you guys would have lit me up like, oh my god, look at the screen, it says you don't have any crude input. I honestly thought my crude tanks were empty. But I forgot, in the last episode we got the whale and we never did anything with the crude because the tanks are almost full. I really thought I did something with the crude. Oh, I guess not. Alright, we're going to that unknown underwater thingy, and then we're going to hit the launch pad, which is straight ahead. So this is what you call very good geographical planning. Alright. Anyway, yeah, so I got that BCM grip because I had a grip on my 300 black that I built that It was a BCM grip that was one of like a mod, I don't know, say 2 or 3. But it was like a modular one where you could change the little clip on the front, the back strap, and it turned out that it left a huge gap on that rifle. And I was so excited I built it, I forgot that it was crappy because it was also brown, not black. Which the whole gun is brown, FDE, flat dark earth. So I looked at all my other things, and I'm like, okay, I need 2 black grips and 2 brown grips, right? And that's why it's kind of important to make sure, do I want to get the same BCMs that I've been getting, or do I want to try one of these Bravo grips out? So I'm like, oh, they have Bravo grips here locally. I'm gonna go check one out. They're $19. I think I paid $17. So not that big of an investment. It's a good grip no matter what. So, I have plenty of things I could use it for, or you could always take it back if you really didn't like it. For me, it's the size, bigger hands. It's got to be long enough. I can't feel like it's short in my hand, and it can't be too narrow. I don't want to feel like I'm holding a broomstick. But I also, this is maybe weird for me, even though I have larger hands, I don't like really fat things either, like real chunky grips, like if one of your pistols or something on the sides is like fatter, and you feel like you're holding a really big, like a flagpole or a broomstick, bigger broomstick. I don't like that either. And I don't like ergo grips. You know why? That would be anything with like thumb hole, finger hole type, not hole, but grooves, because they never line up with my hands. They could be really, really comfortable for some people. I tell you what I went away from, and this has been a long time ago, decades. Maybe, I'm trying to think, back when I lived in California for sure. I used to like the Magpul K2 Plus grip. So it's the corrected grip angle, meaning it's more vertical than the A2 grip, but it was rubberized. And I'm like, man, these are the coolest things ever. So I had them on a couple guns. Luckily, I must have gotten rid of some because I know I had a lot of them. A lot being like maybe 4. Now I hate them. Like I had one on one. I'm like, oh my God, I despise these. So the BCM and the ones I like, they're hard plastic, but they're gnarled. Kind of, they feel like a Glock, not the angle, but it feels like a striker fire in your hand. So I guess I just got used to that. And out here, being that it gets really hot, your hand, things can get sweaty, and I just feel I've got better traction on there. Either way. So yeah, I like it. I'm going to have to take it out and give it a run for its money to make sure. I might go with those instead of the BCM, but here's the kicker, and I'm a sucker for these things. I don't know. Are you guys a sucker for like, they put a camo pattern on a coffee cup? You're like, I don't need another coffee cup, but man, I love that camo pattern. I am. Admittedly, I'm a sucker for that stuff. There's the launch site right there. So I bought a coffee cup a few months ago that just because it had a blue and gray camo pattern on it. Anyway, I'm a sucker for things like that. And BCM has a what do they call it? Signature series Jack Carr grip. So it's their Mod 4, which is the one I like. And instead of the BCM star on it, like the old World War II American star that was on the Sherman tanks, it has the dual hatchets from the Navy SEALs. If you don't know who Jack Carr is, he was a SEAL back in the day. He's an older dude. I think he might be in his late 40s, early 50s, somewhere in there. But he writes books. He's not like, I don't know. I love my veterans, but we're going a little overboard with some of the special forces guys are losing my respect because they're like drama queens online. They're like making YouTube channels and bashing on each other for their service, what they did and didn't do, what they say and didn't say. It's like, come on, you guys. Aren't you guys supposed to be like, you're not just regular military, you're special forces. Like, they're really, I don't know about what you guys think about that, but they're really bumming me out. Anyway, that's between me and them. Lost my train of thought again. Uh, ooh, we got a lot of paint. Is that paint you say? So Jack Carr. So he was a SEAL, but that's not what he's about. He started writing books, and not books about the Bin Laden raid or any of that crap. My God. Quit patting yourself on the back. The whole idea of service is that you did it and you're not asking for anybody to pat you on the back. If they do and they mean it, then it's good. And if they don't say anything, then whatever. You know? That's not why you're supposed to do it. You're supposed to do it for honorable reasons, not for stardom. Anyway, I may be going overboard there, but I'm sorry, I just feel that way. So anyway, he's writing books, and when I mean writing books, I'm going to bring it up just so I can quote one for you. Jack Carr. He's writing books like novels, fiction, nonfiction, things like that. He wrote The Terminal List. And then Amazon made a series. If you guys haven't seen The Terminal List on, I don't know if you, whatever. I watch things on Amazon. But it has, who's in it? What's his name? I always forget his name. I like him too. The Terminal List. The actor's name is... Oh, The Terminal List movie. There we go. I was on the book. That's why I wasn't saying him. Come on. Terminal List movie. Oh my God. AI is stupid. Chris Pratt. So Chris Pratt plays the main character, Navy SEAL. Taylor Kitsch is in it. It's good. Jai Courtney, whatever you say that. He's in it. He's the bad guy. He plays a good doucher. Anyway, I'm sure most of you guys have seen Terminal List, everybody. But Callie, because she doesn't watch anything fun, we've got a whole backlog of movies for her to watch. And I don't know if anyone can actually achieve that. There's so many to watch. Anyway, so he writes books, but he does write books like that. That's based off those guys are Navy SEALs, but it's not a true story. It's a fictional story, right? You see what I'm getting at? Anyway, it's really good. And he's got the dual axes, like, you know, that's kind of the thing in some of the teams. That's like their symbol or whatever. And on that grip, instead of the star, they put the two axes, and it's like a Jack Carr signature series. So I'm like, hey, you know what? I'm a sucker for that. I also like supporting, like, hopefully he would get some royalties from that. I like supporting things that I like. I like who he is, like what he stands for, like what he does with his life, kind of like how he carries himself. And he writes some really good books, and they end up making really good. Now, I don't know about the books, because you guys know I don't read. I don't mean I'm illiterate. I mean, I just don't like reading. But when they make a movie about it, man, I'm first in line. Anyways, good movie. He also wrote, looks like Savage Son, True Believer. He actually wrote Terminal List in 2018, surprisingly. That was one of his first books. Interesting. Devil's Hand, In the Blood, look it up. You guys will see. Anyway, that's a good movie. It's a series, actually. It's one of those like Reacher or Tom Clancy. You know, it's like a 5-6 part series. It's pretty good. Pretty good. So, you know, I want to like support that, right? I want to support. Whoa, something. Oh, look, there's a place right here. Can you use the flamethrower underwater? Or do you have to shoot like this? Look at this dude. You are history! Alright, maybe we should swim down the side or something. So I thought I should support that, and I like the logo, right? So I was looking at the Jack Carr signature series ones. Oh my God, it's 7, not 6 or 8. Weird. Oh, it's dark down here. All right, we just eclipsed our level. Look at this. No matter which way you go with this thing, forward, back, sideways, it's always going at full speed. All right, let's drop one of these down and see if we can actually see the bottom. Oh, it's right here. So I imagine wherever one of these guys are at, there's something around it, huh? Oh, the abyss. I found the abyss. Okay. Don't go down there. So I'm getting hurt right now because I'm 30 meters below my maximum depth. Oh, look who's in the corner. I don't have that many bullets. I wonder what good stuff is down here. That guy, he's a goner. He was protecting something at some point. Even though I'm taking damage, you can see it's not like catastrophic as far as hurry up, bad things are happening. That guy is in the wall, like literally in the wall. Oh, what is it? Dismantling cars. Huh? What game is that? You know what game it is. You know. Oh, this is the stuff you want to find right here. The old broken angel. We've got a fallen angel. You know, you guys tell me about games to check out, and a lot of times you guys hit some home runs with those games. Yeah, you guys can't hurt me because I've got my light on. I was just thinking about that. But what I can do for you guys is tell you about good movies, because that's my thing. It's always been my thing. You know why? Because I grew up broke and having a TV was free and I could watch movies and it didn't cost me anything. There was a time, youngsters, there was a time when you didn't actually have to pay to get TV. I know, it's crazy. There wasn't. Now streaming, I love when they use the word streaming. They're like, look, you know what's cool with all the peoples? These guys, these people that live stream. So if we say now streaming, even though it's not actually streaming, it's just a movie, we can use that. You guys ever question them on using that verbiage? Like, you're not actually streaming. But Meaty, if you push play, it's streaming the movie to you on demand. All right. You got it. So I see what it's doing. I think what it's doing is it's getting you more with your electrical than it is your health. Because look at the electrical. Minus 18, 19 kilowatts. That's a lot. So that's where it's really getting you. You know, these areas are very confusing, though. What? Even more confusing that a building is sitting sideways. A lot of things to be had down here, though, if you're a loot hound like me. Man, I miss the early days of looting everything. 'Cause now, like, I looted so much. You never know. Some of these games might be like, look, dude, if you don't consistently loot everything, you're gonna run out of stuff. Well, I'm not in any danger of running out of stuff. Hope you guys don't mind. I don't feel like I got political what I was saying earlier. You know, some people may. I just telling you my truth. You know, my truth isn't fact. It's just my truth. So. Oh, look at that. I finally got to 100 meters and stopped taking damage for a split second. Whoa, that's a lot of bad guys there. See, we're back down to only 5K. That's my light. The 5K is my light. So this is like a little robot factory almost in here. Lots of robots to be had. All right, let's get out of here before I completely lose it. Yeah, it's definitely pulling power from me. I could see instead of just 5, it was pulling 9. So it pulls about 4 kW me using this thing, according to my quick glance at the screen. Man, I was watching some stuff. It's Saturday afternoon, late. I mean, it's raining. You know, it's one of those days. It's not afternoon now. It's 9 p.m. IRL. But before I started recording, I was just chilling. I had a sandwich, and I was watching some YouTube. You know, like we all do. I was watching. So if I'm on if I'm set up for like Chris X to upload to it, I'm on that channel. The recommendations is like podcasts and gun videos, you know, GunTube and stuff like that. If I'm on Meatwagon, it's overland videos and stuff like that. So I was on Chris X, and I was watching some gun content and seeing the drama, and that's why it's fresh in my mind why I said something, because my goodness, like just like children. Like, you know, you expect some weirdness from some people, but like if you did a certain job in the military, you should be proud of that, and it's honorable, and you shouldn't tarnish that by acting the fool. But you know what? People are people. I know that. See, I've known plenty of people. I've never been that person that gets like googly-eyed over someone, I'm air quoting, famous. Like, I live in California. I've seen Hollywood actors. I know some people. I know professional athletes. They're, let me let you on a little secret. They're just people. And unfortunately, a lot of times, they're lesser people than you are. They're douchebags, some of them. And all my military friends are very honorable people that I know. All my people. And that's why I think it looks bad on my friends to, you know, it looks bad on them that these other people do this weird stuff. I'm not talking about anything crazy. I'm just talking about being like drama. Like, remember all the gaming drama channels back in the day? I don't even know if that stuff still exists, but it's stuff like that. Except they're like airing dirty laundry of stuff. It's like, wait a minute, what are you guys doing? It's so weird. Have some pride. I mean, there's one word that they need, and that's integrity. Have some damn integrity, man. Don't look around for a pat on the back or a handout or tell me how cool you are because you did X, Y, and Z. It's like you're degrading what you did. Oh, that's a lot of stuff. All right, so when we go back there eventually, we will have 65 of those. Let's see, how much more? We have 5,000 iron still, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We'll do another 50. All right. Let's head over to the launch pad. That one there, those things are very discombobulating. Very, they make you get turned around backwards down there because it's dark. But if you drop, like, okay, so if I dropped a Abyss neon crack glow stick down there on every corner of the building, it would light that place up so good. It would light it up really good. They seem to last, don't last like forever, but they last. We're going to have to make, I think we have to make a fairing, or did I make one already? I may have made one before we, yeah, I think I made one because we were waiting for the reward to appear. That's what it was. Yeah, I don't usually talk about stuff like that, but man, I'd love to be able to. There's so much stuff that I don't do and don't talk about because of, I don't know, censorship. Like, people want to tell us, you guys, me, what we can and can't say. You know, what opinions we can and can't have, and that is, oh man, it's super disturbing for everyone. Not just like what I believe, I'm saying it's for everyone, because I'm the kind of person who believes that the differences in people is what makes us unique and interesting, and I don't believe in echo chambers, meaning I only want people around me that think exactly like I do. I'm like, what fun is that? That's boring, right? Mostly on the Chris X stuff, you know, but, and then all my stuff I used to do 12 years ago, shooting and target practice, and I just made fun videos, and they actually did very, very well. Even way back then, I had a couple videos over 1 million views just on going to the range and doing some target shooting. And I'm like, what? I didn't even care because I was having so much fun. But I've since, well, a long time ago, about 10 years ago, I deleted all those videos because they don't like it. And if it's there, you'll get hidden somehow, some way. The robots will take over control. Callie's probably shaking her head right now. I get off on tangents, and I need help to control myself. See, there is not a top on it. Wow. Okay, we'll build a top then. This is where I like to park. This is where I'm set up to park normally. But if I do bring a couple of canisters, it's better to go over there like I did in last episode. Because this place here is not the easiest to get the canisters up there. Okay, we've arrived. I always do that. Forget that these things are over here, and I need them over here. But in case I want to pump some fuel up there. You know what I might do? I may plug that in. I may plug that in just because of to refill the one tank, because it wasn't plugged in. So let's see, where is the fuel? Right here. Okay. Let's go up there. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's go to the lobby. Let go lobby, baby, did some treats. Neener. This is such a great game. Oh my god. I've told you guys before, I love this, the hose thing, you know? There's so many games that we've had to hook up, like power and conveyor belts and all kinds of things like that. Those nodes and hoses are actually really good. Okay, so it's filling up my tanks, which means it either finished the rocket and it's trying to fill back up, or it's still going. Look at power is down to there, which means the rocket's probably full of that. Those are full. This is what I just plugged in right here, and this is to make that over there, which is full. Okay, everything's full. Look, this is at, yeah, almost full. 82 out of 9. 82, 6,000. This one isn't quite full. Yeah, so it used these 3 tanks to fill those tanks back up. That's why this is filling these back up right now. Okay, let's see. We need to build some fairings. The top O, the rocket. This guy. 2 storage cylinders. We'll see if those put those in my inventory or not. Yeah, it did. But there are 2 in here, right there. Bum, ba-da-ba, ba-da-ba-da-ba. This is why it's nice to put stuff here that you can build. You have to go back and forth from the ship. What I got, like some of this stuff here. Some of the basic stuff. Some of this stuff here. This stuff doesn't need to be here. Yeah, good amount of stuff. I can't go too far away from these things. I thought this turned out pretty good. I didn't touch it because I'm like, this is working fine. Yeah, this looks pretty good. And all I had to do was run the some gas up here. I didn't have to run anything else. I didn't have to make gas here. Look at my hands go, man. I'm working. I'm working. All right, 17 seconds. You know what's weird is that's still flowing. Why is that flowing? Huh. That's really weird. I may have one of those things like you guys said before. You see how this is still flowing? %94 on the oxygen. So electricity is fine. Yeah, see, that's what I did. Instead of just dropping the hoses last time, I actually picked them up. This one's done, right? Yeah, that one's done. That one's done. 97. That'll finish. We'll go down here, and then we'll let that thing finish. Beep, beep, beep. Coming up. Pretty sure I closed that last time, but whatever. Build. Ooh, that's a long drop. Yeah, last time we were up here, I was talking about SpaceX. They scrubbed that launch on Thursday, which was a couple days ago. I think they're due for on the 20th, so it might be Monday, day after this video comes out. They had to scrub it at T-0. Talk about your last second. Holy cow. All right, what do you think? Just drop all 4? Okay, there you go. Fruit basket. Fruit basket time. How cost efficient is it using this gigantic rocket to launch 3 pairs into space? Add pairs to the rocket. Check. Launch the rocket. Deliver the pairs. Wait for the reward. Oh, I should have jumped off up there. Close enough. 100%. This one actually takes the most too, so that's probably why it. But the way it was flowing, it made it seem like having those things some of those things set to equalize was trying to equalize the 9,000 tanks for like 14,000 or whatever worth of stuff. So when I do that, I should tell it to dump everything to the rocket, right? But see, if I'm doing other stuff and I forget, then it won't fill the tanks back up. So everything right now is ready to refill another rocket and shoot it again. The way I've got it set up is every time I launch a rocket, I'm ready to refill it right away. Kind of like SpaceX. What? Here we go. I only do this for the landing music. Did I... You know what? I know I set up all the good power there, but I don't think I think I'm running off cans down here for this facility. Now that I mention that, it's probably gonna die. This thing's gonna die on me. I have all the lights turned off. What? Waiting for other states, 5 of 6. 100. Empty, closed, disconnected. Payload. All right, let's put a see if I can put an empty container in there. Maybe I can put an empty container in there. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, I guess the game's like, no, dummy. It's not cost effective to launch 4 pairs in space. I have one down there, but I might be able to make one up here without having to go down. I think I could run along this edge faster. Look at that perfect parking of the boat down there. Yeah, a little faster. See, I didn't even get all this stuff down here. All right. Rocket time. Dang payload. I should have looked at that. We do have some crude here. All right, Lazarus. One storage cylinder, one display screen. One display screen. Okay. This thing's still running. Should shut off. Wow, right when we got back here. It's not going up. It's slowly going up. I guess that's the equalizing we're watching. This is straight venting. Do boop. That thing's straight venting, man. All right. Let's try this again. Let's try and put... they don't need to know if there's a human in it or not. See, it doesn't say to put a pod in there. I think it's like your chance to launch another human, but dude, I'd rather make all the fuel. Come on, baby. I get struck by lightning up here. Okay, let's see if that works. We'll check the local computer. Check the local computer. Oh! Oh! So hard to get it perfect. The system detected empty pods in the payload fairing. Are you kidding me? Excuse me. It means we have to make another human. Okay. I got an idea. It's not a good idea, but it's an idea. Hello? Really didn't want me to jump off. Is that another? Oh my God. Okay. So there's they're sticking to my boat everywhere. I've got an idea. It's probably a terrible idea, but we could test it with this. But I gotta get... Oh boy. Okay, bear with me, guys. You guys know what I'm thinking, right? You know what I'm thinking. And this could make this video actually worth watching. I'm thinking about the gyro. Okay? But here's the thing. We gotta get a seed. And I think there's... Wow, that's a rogue wave. I think there's a seed at that one right next to Lazarus here. I think there's one left here, maybe. But I'd have to swim all the way back with it, and you swim really slow. But what I could do is fly from here to here, get a seed, fly from here to here, make a human, fly from here to here. What do you think? I don't even need to bring a pod with me because there's pods there. I think you could connect that to a pod and fly with it. So what I was saying was I could hook up this pod that I have here and take it. I'm thinking I'd rather take the chance and hope that it works. Let's do it. All right, here's what we're going to need. We're going to need the backpacks with fuel. We've got 2 of them. We're going to need... maybe one of these guys. Those guys. I have fuel and electricity at Lazarus, so that's not going to be an issue. That one's full. That one's partially full. Okay, that one's full. All right. What else? What else? What else? This is important that we plan accordingly. Okay. Bum 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 bum. Okay, this is gonna be big. Nothing in that one. And I have, this is for repairs. Okay, this is for repairs. Put this in here. Back up. Let's do this. That. Oh, geez. That didn't work so good. Why is it putting fuel in now when there's no... I'm not doing anything. Dude, you yerked me. Alright, Eden Cradle luckily is marked. Whoa, 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 whoa. I haven't flown in a while. Bear with me. Okay, here we go. Okay, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. You gotta kind of keep tapping forward. Climbing. Oh, you can tell it's using more fuel by me tapping. You see the big plumes of... What does this thing run on diesel? I wanted to try this, like, a lot earlier in the game. Oh, I knew I forgot something. Ammo. I'm like, maybe have, I'm under 100 for sure. See, I'm going 170 kilometers an hour. Pretty good. This is way better than what we were doing. Making sure it's actually in front of me. I couldn't see it. Imagine trying to slow down at 170. It's a long flight from here over there. I can tell you that for free. A long flight. There's an angel there. Hopefully he'll respect my flying. I doubt it. There's two angels here. Alright, a little bumpy landing, but that's okay. thing still spinning? Yeah, it was still on. Okay. Got an idea. Yeah, they were friendly before, right? Until they see me bringing out a pod. How much ammo? 78. That is not enough. Did I put a power thing on this? I don't remember. I think I did. Because it broke, right? Housekeeping, one pillow. Now we gotta find one of those places. I don't remember. There's 3 different rooms down here with... I think one is up there. One's up there. One... something this way. Yeah, there's one right here. Okay. Here's my plan. We're almost empty on that. Drop. Drop. So these are 200s, and it's 400 for the backpack. Should leave a little in here. 86 liters. Okay, good idea, right? It's full. Now we have 2 backpacks. All right, let's take one of these goobers out of here. Drop them in this thing. Or not. There we go. All right. Thanks for playing. Doop-a-doop-a-doo, boop-a-doop-a-doo, boop-a-doo. Don't know if I marked Lazarus on the map, highlighted, but kind of know where it's at. Okay, so I was led to believe, save some energy, that I could hook my mooring cable to this and fly this with me. We're betting on a lot of things here. See, this is why you run power, because you never know when you're going to need this thing to actually work. Now, are these guys going to attack when they see me bring out a seed? If I have to land, I need that side available. Okay, wish me luck. Yes. There's Lazarus right there. Doesn't look very stable, I can tell you that for free. We need some more height. You need to get like over 100 meters before you can start tapping forward a lot. Otherwise, you're just fighting yourself. 75 meters, 80, 90, 100. Okay, here we go. Start doing the tap, tap, tap-a-roo. Get some speed. It's definitely, I can tell it, I'm carrying some extra weight. I'm ready back down to 55 meters. This is going to burn through some fuel, too. Eight kilometers to go. Oh my God, we only had to go 4 to that one. I can tell you when we're in trouble is when we start running off the tank of the gyro. So right now I'm holding spacebar and just tapping W. That's what I'm doing. And then when I'm losing a lot of altitude, I'll stop tapping W. Between 70 and 90, I'm doing all right here. I'm just waiting for that red to stop flowing up there, and then look in the bottom corner and see it start burning through the fuel tank. Because I think there's less than 400 in the tank. No, that's not right. There's 400 in the tank, 400 in the backpack, I believe. And of course, it has to be nighttime. And a storm. It's raining. Could you imagine open cockpit design on the gyro through a thunderstorm? Not safe. Dude, I hope I get hit by lightning. That would be awesome. Hey, I didn't leave myself much room to land over here anymore. I'm thinking I could land on the roof, but yeah, I do have a I don't have the fuel up there though. But I do have an elevator to get the pod up and down. So this is, you got to be instrument rated to fly at night like this. I just went from 100 meters to 50 in like 4 taps on the W. Trying to get my speed up. So this is what they're talking about. You have visual flight, which is normal pilots, and then you're instrument rated. And what that means is you can fly here, meaning you can't visually see anything, so you've got to trust your instruments and know how to read them. Altitude, speed, radar, other things in the sky, you know. So I'm instrument flying. Okay, one thing we didn't do on our instrument flying is see that we're at 240 liters and we still got 4 kilometers. And we know it took more than that. We know it took more than that to get 4 kilometers to that other place. It really is going through this other fuel. Okay, there goes my instrument rating. I was a little worried about the fuel, and I just dumped 30 liters doing that. There's no big areas in the shark pen to land. Jeez, that thing is whipping me around like crazy. 88 liters. Oh, we're so close. $70 liters. Could land on the whale. Oh, it's not smooth on the roof. That's not good. Probably should just kept going for the thingy. 41 liters. We're in trouble. Shark there. We're gonna try a water landing. This is a pontoon gyro, if you didn't know. Nope. Whee! That's what I'm talking about. Little pontoon gyro action. You guys, you might be able to see it. You can't feel it like I do, but man, this thing is fighting me left, right, and center. Dun, 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 dun. You guys, if we were in chat, you would be betting. You'd be betting on me. Or betting against me, most of you. Mike, I know. I know. I know who bets against me. I know who bets for me, Steph. P&P. I know you guys. Not terrible landing. At least I landed where I was going to land, which is here. Clean up some of this mess, man. This all has to go upstairs anyway. It's just like the refinery platform. Just the stuff that's sitting here will encumber me. All right. Let's go grow a human real quick. At least this time we don't have to worry about what kind of human it is. We could actually send a superhuman up there. That's what I want to do. Let's do that. We're going to... One of those red books. Probably shouldn't do that, but... We do a red book, which gives them like 100 of everything. Dun 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 dun. Bum, 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 bum. You're like, oh, not this again. Trust me. It'll be quick. All right. See if anything. One. See, as soon as you leave this place, man, it's like, what? All right, we're gonna give. We're gonna do this and this. Okay. Oh, and this. We're gonna grab. We got one hyper. One of these, and we're going to give it one of each of these, and that's going to be the food that we give it. We're going to give him one of these, the Ash Notebook, 100 of everything. And we're going to see what kind of creature that makes. Okay. So, one of these, and one of these. Weight requirement not met. Really? We're going to give it one of these. Look at it. So I give it the 3 highest rated foods and we get basic supplier. What? And lab tech, of course. One of those, and we go straight to room supervisor. Okay. But we need to get the weight up, so we need to give them either some fat or something. Let's see. Fat is 8 on the weight. I think 8 is the most of any of these things, so let's do the fat. Make it easy. So our weight, let's see. Manual holder, basic. What is this basic supplier business? Health assistant. Did you see that? It moved this from visual technician and room supervisor just by adding one of those, visual tech, and one more to health assistant. Wow. Visual technician. That sounds good. 2 minutes. Oh, I'm too close on this side. Oh, that worked there, huh? That helps a little bit from stuff falling off. Can I put something on the backside? Can you tell if that's in the right spot? Yeah. Stuff falls back in there too. Oh, got some good stuff in here. Where the good stuff at? Oh, geez, we don't have any good stuff here anymore. This stuff. Interesting. That's interesting, yeah. That's the higher level stuff. So the batteries are okay, because that thing's running over there. The water's okay. So this setup here, that last time I did 4. And well, it took me a while, but I still was able to do 4 with this power setup. You know, I have those. I have the ones downstairs. I have a couple upstairs, 4 of them. And that water is good enough to run 4 of these. 5 seconds. Ash Notebook High Fat. Whoa. It made the middle one. Mental. Physical. Professional. Manual holder. It made the middle one, not the top one. Interesting. You're like, dude, you should probably save after all that stuff you just did. You think so? Told you, this is a perfect Sunday for you guys. To sit here and laugh at me. Trying to fly a pod. Have to do a water landing. To refuel. Oh my god. I hope this human doesn't weigh a lot more than what it did. That would suck if it was like, well, yeah, you can carry the pod without a human. But once you put one in there, dude, especially if you give them too much of that high fat food like I did. I don't even know what a manual holder is. Is it dude sits there and holds your manual for you? What is that all about? Okay, we need to refuel. Okay, there's that. How much fuel do we have in here? All right, let's... We have some in the backpack still? No, it's empty. Wow. So, yeah, that's... We may have some trouble going... Where's my fuel at? We may have some trouble going back. Boop-a-doop-a-doop-a-boo, okay. Unequip. Equip. And then we'll have to go fill up, top this off, and wish us luck. So, yeah, see, that's 10 kilometers. That's 7. I should be able to make it. Famous last words. I should be able to make it. Yeah, I was going to land there so I could refill easier, but, it's garlic. Yeah, see, it is 400 liters in there. 400 in the backpack, but for some reason it feels like you fly a lot longer on the backpack than you do on this thing, you know. Connect fuel cable. Okay. Bum bum ba na neener 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 noo. Woo! Okay. Here we go. Whoa, no, not into the rotor blades. Okay. Nope. Gotta get some elevation. Yeah, that Eden Cradle being 10 kilometers out there, that was... I mean, that was by far the farthest we've flown, but holy cannoli. We had to do a water landing. And I really didn't calculate in the fact that the extra weight was going to be a problem. Because I can only go... I can't get the elevation that I want. And I definitely fall a lot faster trying to gain forward momentum. Yeah, see, I go from 120 to 50 after, like, just a few taparoos. Whee! It's like, oh, they're looking down from up in space going, this robot's kind of feeling his oats. He thinks he's special now. He's just flying humans around, hanging from a tether. So we're going 140 kilometers an hour. That's 100 kilometers faster than the boat goes. Does it feel like it? I mean, if you look at the kilometers counting down, I guess it does. I'm finding a happy medium here with elevation and forward flight. About 140 forward, about 60, and I could just keep tapping. If you look at the two lines to just to the left of that, you can see me tapping. You see the closest gray line tapping up and down, up and down. Get that momentum going again. Kind of lost momentum staring at that thing. Or you can just look at the puff of smoke happen every time I tap on it. Two kilometers. You see my gun, the muzzle of my gun pointing down right at that human. That's not safe handling. I wonder if I land up by the rocket, when the rocket takes off, will it explode my gyro? Oh, that just hit my boat. I'm pretty sure that hit the boat. Hey, there's one of them thingies right there. What do we figure out? That it doesn't disappear until we launch? Lost my stable flight. I was gonna try and just drop this thing here. That, and then go land over here. We did 96 after all that flying. That's pretty solid. That's pretty solid. Human. Okay, let's try this again. Here we are, 50 minutes later. I don't think that took that long. That was actually fun. It was something I definitely wanted to try. Now the thing would be, could you haul 2 of them? It seems that we can safely make a water landing switch hoses, you know? It seems so. Wow, this is not the place to be standing when there's lightning, is it? Okay. How you feeling about me now? The storms are brewing. I overshot that by a bit, huh? Close enough. Oops, there goes my cones. Great. Okay, we're all green now. Now I just got to go out there to the launch area. So dark, dude. I'm gonna take this thing because I will fall off. Look at that. How scary is that? Oh my god. What does that M remind you of? Doesn't that M remind me of, like, not Mario, something? Is it an M like from BioShock or something? That the way that's like a symbol. Motorola? How did Motorola have such a fall from grace? I know some of you guys were like me. You had the old Razor flip phone back in the day. It was like paper thin. It was so cool. Couldn't text or anything, but that was a long time ago. Reminds me of something. But Motorola, like, they did, Samsung and the iPhone and all that crap took over and just said, well, actually Nokia took over first. Everyone remembers that Nokia ringtone. It's like piercing your ear. Okay. I don't think we need to go. Actually, you know what? Instead of doing what we normally do, stand outside on the bottom. We gotta go back anyway.
Seconds and counting. T-minus 15 seconds. Guidance is internal. 12, 11, 10, 9. Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Zero running.
The pairs are away.
The pairs
Small
are
cargo, but if they arrive intact, orbit will have proof that Earth can still grow more than survival.
okay. I guess we can come back over here while it's launching. I don't know about landing, but going into orbit. Come on, baby. Kick that booster back here. Okay. Oh, that's gone. Now it's back. Is that the booster coming back? At like Mach 20? Holy cow. Booster's really coming in hot. Boost back burn engaged. Should have been an opera. Yeah! How cool is that? I mean, this is real life stuff. This they could do this. China finally decided to copy us on retrieving their boosters, but they catch it at sea with cables. Kind of interesting. I'd rather see them copy us and recover it than let that stuff either burn, float in the atmosphere, fall into the ocean, whatever. It's better that way. Wait for the reward pod to sail and to claim it. Well, in the meantime, we can try, and I repeat, try, to land our heli on the pad. Okay. We got... Oh. So, yeah. Okay. Forgot to use. You never know how much fuel it's going to take for me to land. Hey, why am I sitting backward? That's my problem. Oh my god. Am I still sitting backward? Oh my god, Well, that's bad for the rotor blades. How was I supposed to see when I'm sitting backward? Hey, there's a helipad right here I could have landed on. Derp. I think I bent the rotors. No. Dude, that pod started whipping me around. I'm totally... I gotta take a pod with me at all times because I can blame bad flying on the pod. I gotta get up a little bit higher for the pod. Oh, jeez. Oh, lordy. Oh, no, this is not safe. Close enough. We're good. Oh, jeez Louise, Papa jeez. Okay. Take that, thank you. And I'll take this. That just damaged the boat. You gonna move forward for me? Oh, perfect. See how it lines it up for you? It's really nice of them. Whee! All right. So I probably damaged the ship throwing this guy, which is okay. We have the ability to repair. We're just waiting for that thing to appear. Okay. Back it up, back it up. Okay. Yeah, it did a little damage. Maybe did a little damage to those tanks. All right, let's check these. It's been a while. $76. Must have had not enough grease in its bearings. Okay, everybody else looking okay? About halfway on our tanks. This guy look, oh no. 70? What? Oh my god. You know what, you guys? Remember when I was having a problem pumping? If these are down that far, they won't pump into them. That, remember I was going right into this guy here? That was a problem. A problem. Not the problem, a problem. You saw as soon as I repaired it, it started flowing. Okay. I think we're good. What's banging up against the ship? This? No. Okay. Something is. Alright. There it is. I see it. So the first one was there. Off there to the side there. The second one was there. The third one was over here. And the fourth one is over there. So we'll go get that. Try to pick up. Yeah, no one sweeps up around this joint, man. This is my dock. I want it to be purty. Purty. Oh, I should check the I may have clipped, yeah, I may have clipped the rotor blades on something. No one saw that. We're still good. Okay. Okay. Didn't have all the stuff in it. What is that? Rubber scraps. Rare. Okay. Paint. Okay. One thing in there. Fill this bad boy back up. For the next time we fly. That was fun, right? Wasn't it? Come on. 10 kilometers? I was about to say 10 kilometers in the air. Well, it was about 9 kilometers in the air. I may have had a water landing in there somewhere. That's the empty one. Fill her up, buttercup, fill it up. So, if you wanted to do like really, really long flight and you didn't have any fuel set up anywhere, just instead of bringing those single cans like I did, bring 4 or 5 of the. I think you can carry 5 of these backpacks in the one on you. I mean, you can carry a couple on you, but you can fill up one of those side things with 5 of them. It's 1,000 liters. You know what I mean? Oh, didn't we find... Yeah, we figured out that on the surface is just a little bit faster. 52 up there, and then... Yeah, a few kilometers an hour. Whoa, off the wave.
Caretaker, Habitat Care still requests pairs from Earth.
What?
Each fruit sent to orbit proves the same thing again. Earth can still grow something whole. Keep sending them. Project Eden can grow from each answer.
2 of them. 1. Last time we only got 4, I believe. Whoa. Dude, we're gonna... I think we're doing pretty good on this one already. Caretaker. They want more pears. What do you want, a dang fruit basket? Uh-oh. Oh. Oh! No wonder they gave us so many on... There's only one level. Oh. Okay, starting to get... Dude, it's so glitchy inside here. Something needs to be repaired. So we ended up with a birch seed and 1 pear. Oh, we got a different type of tree. Oh. Okay. All right. Why is there there's tables and chairs and stuff in the water now? Oh my god. Somebody's... Must have been a hurricane somewhere. Somebody's house got all jacked. Whee! Should we go plant some trees? I think we should do all the pears on the one side and start doing birch on the other. You guys aren't doing anything else on a Sunday if you are watching it on the day that I did this. Oh, but you know, I didn't hook back up the rocket. Shoot. Let me go hook up the rocket. Just in case. I'd hate to like be in the middle of another video and we're like, all right, let's go hurry up and launch a rocket. Then it's like, oh, I forgot to fill it, you know? This is the one I'm worried about here. Yeah, so it needs 12,000. Dude, why does it still have 2766 in it? It still has... What? 30, 30, and 24. So... Yeah, okay, it's flowing out of these tanks into here, not floating out of this one. There it goes. Alright, yeah, it's set up okay. Turn this thing on, even though I'm going to disconnect the hose down. Alright, we're good. Do you hear the wind speed pick up as you're doing that? It's gonna take a minute to offload while that, so that's I can be here and that stuff can fill a little bit more. Okay. All right, what do we got? This and this and this and this. Tommy. That. Biology notes and Tommy. You know what? I'm going to put Tommy up on the bridge with me. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Got some trees to plant. And we can make more thingies too. Thingies. Do not forget to disconnect your fuel hose. Not good things don't happen when you do that. You know what I'm saying? Good things do not happen. Rocket time. All right, let's kick this baby in the guts. 100%. See, I also like the fact that when I park like this, I'm facing the direction I need to go. When I park, when I dock at the oil platform, I'm facing outside the map, basically, the wrong way. Somebody left a water mine up there. Where are we going? Oh, we're going to Pishon. Where the heck am I going? Going to Pishon. Good thing it's way shorter. All right, let's see if we can put Tommy up here as a little buddy. Tommy! My little friend. Oh, no, 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 no. No, hey. His tail's hitting. All right, Tommy. You want to sit by the radio? Yeah. Yeah, baby. Yeah. And I got my first mate. Hello, mate. Look at him. You notice he's quick staring contest. You win. He doesn't blink. He doesn't blink at all. All right. 4 kilometers. 100%. We're at 52% on fuel, which is good. See you later, rocket facility. I'm sure we'll be back. I really like that flying that thing from way out there. There he is. Loser! From way out there to here. All right. Are we clear on our path here? Gonna miss that. We're gonna miss those. We're gonna miss that. Just steer a little bit to the port, to the starboard. My bad. So, do you think I could get out next to the boat and drive fast enough with my thingies to keep up? Sure, we got full power. You know what I mean? This. What if the boat goes away from me, dude? Okay. What I'm afraid of is I couldn't get attached to those thingies. Shoot, the boat feels faster than... Oh! Dude, did it not look faster? Oh my god. I've noticed the hose is glitching lately. See that? See how that was stuck up? Don't be so stuck up, hose. Whoa! Dude, that's cool. Check this out. Ready? Oh, I need a clear path. There's stairs in the way there. Wonder if I could jump off the roof and land behind the helicopter. Oh, jeez. What if I did that and I totally flew off? Ooh! Man, you could really sail with that. Like a wingsuit. Huh? Like a wingsuit. I know how much you guys like me using wingsuits. The best wingsuit ever? What was that? Not Medal of Honor. It was Ghost Recon. Remember when I jumped off a platform that was about 10 feet off the ground and I slammed into a concrete thing holding up a pillar, like face planted. I went about 8 feet and I hit so hard I think it took me out. Oh my god, that's like the making it safe moment for me by myself. Oh my god, that was so funny. I know some of you remember that. I want another game like that. That one in particular had that big island that we could go around with modern guns, stealth, crazy. It had helicopters, it had boats, it had, pretty tough challenges. It was not rinse and repeat. That was super fun. We got a lot of good gameplay out of that. Like you could have an AR and a sniper rifle. Oh, you guys know what I'm talking about. Was it Ghost Recon? Hold on. Ghost Recon. Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon franchise. Wait. New Ghost Recon official gameplay details and new leaks. Let's see what the Ghost Recon series says. Breakpoint. That was the last one. Breakpoint. Yeah, dude, that was so good. How far out is the next one? Breakpoint. Wildlands was the one before. I actually really enjoyed. I actually got guns to play co-op with me in Wildlands. I'll have to look that up because you know what? I wouldn't mind. I don't know. Go back in there with my progress saved now, just to goof. You know, I wouldn't want to start fresh, especially if one's coming up within, 6 months or something. Because it takes a lot to rank up to get the good guns, I think. This one's really hard because if you're not close enough to jump across and get back to it, huh? Oh yeah! Who's the bot of town? All right, so we've got, how many pear trees do we have? 1. So we'll put a pear tree right here. We already put the stuff in it. Pear tree. Drop. Okay. And then, how many did we put up here? 1 and 2. Let's see. So we have 4 here. I could remake these corners. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do those here. Okay. And then we're going to make it into a corner with farming bed. Okay. Go down here, do the same thing here. And we'll be able to put these 4 thingies down. What? It didn't work. Maybe I was close enough over on that one to get the stainless steel. Oh, yeah, it turned it into iron. A jerk. Okay. I don't like that I'm underneath this. I feel like I'm stuck. Feel like I'm stuck. Just pick up the anchor. It can move around a little bit more that way. I'm pretty stuck underneath there. That's okay. All right, back it up. Oh, I forgot to get, I have to get some bio goo. Bio goo. We need at least 4 sets of 50. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know if it requires 50 total, but that's what I drop. You know, I should do split one and see. I might be wasting it. Okay. I'm back, baby. Here we go. Split. Drop. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. Okay. 25 is fine. I don't need to test it anymore. Okay. Growing. Or obviously growing. Bum, bum, bum. Can I put railings up here? That'd be cool. Split. Drop. Drop. Okay. Drop. Drop. Okay. All right, now we got four birch growing. We're gonna go. Let's try and do something here while we're here, if you guys don't mind. Build. Okay. That one requires glass. All right, want to get some glass. Build a corner. Okay. Build the center. Let's see if we can get some glass. Build a staircase. It'd be cool if they let us, like, kind of looks like we should be able to insert these things into here. Do I have glass? Did it give me that? It gave me the frame and all these guys. Then it gave me the stainless steel. What do you think? Maybe scan something? Let me scan some stuff, but it didn't tell me I could build something with it. No glass railings. No. It just allowed me to scan it, but wouldn't that be cool to let me put up railings? I mean, I get it. You wouldn't want to do it by the tree. Let's see what we have in here. There's a 50 stack and a 50 stack. I just want to make sure I always have stuff up here, you know, to do that with. All right, glass. Glass. 36 more of those should be fine. Keep launching pairs. Like, dude, yeah, pear fetish. Oh, I need to put one here. Pretty sure. That's a straight. No? Oh. No, it's a, this guy. Then a corner. Okay. Then the staircase. See, because you need to come all the way over here. Ooh, look at this area. Man, the things I could do up here. Unless, like, ultimately the game wants you to have a tree on every single tile. That's a lot of trees. Like, we have it all along that front. And for the, I mean, it gets less and less, but that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 up there. Yeah, baby. All right, so return to the count. I wonder if they actually have something for us to do. Like, we planted that thing, you know? We planted that thing, and we launched the things. Maybe it'll tell us something. Maybe not. Maybe not. So we're gonna see if I can get out from underneath here. Maybe in reverse. There we go, now forward. Look at that platform starting to look pretty good on this side. I only have 2 sides left to do. It's pretty good. I used up all, not all, but a lot. What do I have? I have 16 left. What do I have? 70, 86 to start or something? Something crazy? Lazarus Complex, here we come. Dude, you guys, I probably should have stopped, but I just... Like, a lot of times, a lot of games, I'll stop and then I'll keep doing like what I'm doing now. But there's a lot of you guys that are like, look, if it's there and we feel like watching, we'll be there for you, you know? So I appreciate that. Hey, you take the helm there, Tommy. I'm going down here real quick. Woo! This is my stainless. I just put it in there just so I know. Uh-oh. I'm stuck. I am, if you can tell, my feet are floating. Somehow I got stuck. And the ship, Tommy's driving the ship, which is not good. I can't jump, I can't do anything. All right. The other thing is, look, we're not, is the game stuck? Because look, 5.1. I don't think the game is 2 minutes. I don't think the game, I think the game locked up. Because every time I get stuck like that, I absolutely can't get unstuck. But that's the first time I was able to kind of reference whether I was moving or not. Okay, I'll go forward. Maybe we shouldn't let Tommy drive the boat. Just saying. Sploosh. Is the jet ski still? Oh, oh my God, the jet ski is still under there. I can't believe that that thing stays with us. It's amazing that it does. I wish they did more at that facility right there. The that's the Leering Center. Somebody's gonna get that joke. If you live in Michigan or Minnesota, you'll get that. That's the listening center. Oh, you're so funny, Meaty. You're so funny. Anyway. All right. Should I try it again with Tommy driving? You see that? Right there, it was at 5.1. So it froze literally when I went down there. That's weird. That's creepy. Okay. Okay. I'm trying not to do things fast. going to do when we get over here too. We'll hook up and fill our diesel back up and our petrol. Good job, Tommy. You did good. Way better than that stupid teddy bear. So if you had a choice, would you want a dinosaur or a teddy bear? I think I would want a dinosaur. In fact, I know I would want a dinosaur, not a teddy bear. Now, in real life, I might want a bear, because bears are cool. That's why when I have, on the Chris X channel, I go out in the wilds. It's hard to tell, but I'm out there. I'm in it. And as much as I hope to see a bear to get it on camera for you guys, I hope that I don't, because I don't want to be put in a position to where I have to hurt the bear before it hurts me. It's just the way I feel about animals, with those kind of animals. If you hunt certain animals for food, that's different. I love meat. I'm a meat eater, but there's certain animals that I just don't want to shoot a bear. But I will tell you this: if it's me or him, it's going to be him. No ifs, ands, or buts. I think okay, so we didn't see it, but we definitely heard it, and we had a bear circling our camp when Guns was here. Told you guys that story. I have it on the Chris X channel, probably 2 years ago now. And then a day or two later, we did another video where a mountain lion. We were in a totally different area, which was really heavy mountain lion area, and we had a mountain lion do a half circle around our camp. When I say a half circle, and the bear doing a full circle, he's probably about 150 meters out. But the bear first approached us from one angle and got close enough where I could hear him breathing and snorting. It was like 11 o'clock at night, so I couldn't see. It was no moon. But Guns had made pasta, whatever the name of it is, I don't know, but it has shrimp. Like he did a whole pound or whatever of shrimp pasta. And when he washed the shrimp and dumped the water, he did it about 30 meters outside of camp and in the exact direction that bear first approached and got the closest. It was, what would that be? It was to the northeast from center of camp. But I was sleeping inside my Land Cruiser, and he was in a little orange burrito on the ground, so I was pretty safe. Oh, the thing I forgot to tell you earlier when I was talking about Jack Carr, the other thing I really like about him is he, in real life, drives I don't know if he only drives, but he's got a really nice 60 series Land Cruiser. And then his leading actors in the movie, they drive a 60 series Land Cruiser. And I just happen to have a 60 series Land Cruiser. 1986. Stick shift, manual, straight six. Used to have a carburetor. I put fuel injection on it. It's fun to drive, but I wouldn't count on Toyota reliability when it's that old, and I don't know how many hands it had gone through before me. I forgot. That was like kind of important to the story. Yeah, that bear came in pretty close on us. The mountain lion didn't get that close, and mountain lions they stalk, so it's not. But I knew you could tell by the branches that he was crunching the leaves. And that was the one where we had later on that night, we had that buck moon, and I put the pictures out on, I don't know if they went out on Twitter or Instagram at the time, but the buck moon, I think it happens once a year. And it's one of the weirdest phenomenon I've seen. Like, if you talk about eclipses and all that, those are really crazy cool. But this buck moon is like the inverse of an eclipse. And, you know, again, that's my way of kind of trying to visually representation of what we felt that night. Pitch black, and the moon looked like the sun, except obviously it wasn't as bright as the sun, but it was so bright it was casting a shadow. So I took a picture of Guns, and you could see his shadow on the ground at midnight. That's pretty cool. And I wasn't using night vision. It was my Samsung phone I actually used. Pretty cool. You can look it up. Just Google when the buck moon is going to be, and I recommend checking it out. It happens. It's not like one of those eclipses. Like if you miss it, you got to wait 50 years. I think the buck moon happens every year. They call it a couple things, but if you type in buck moon, I think that's kind of a acceptable term for it. All right, I'm going to hook up the fuel, and then we're going to run upstairs, and then we'll conclude this awesome, awesome video. You know why it's awesome? Because I flew that thingy, and that was pretty fun. Okay, there's that. There's that. Now we got to do... gasoline. No, that's not what I wanted to do. I want to do this one down here. What? Get back here. Fine, I'll do this one. See, now that that tank is full, I haven't changed any of those equalizing things, but that doesn't mean anything really. This guy, diesel. Nope. You see, I think that's what it is. Look, the diesel shut it off. I think. I don't know for sure. We'll do that one. That one. That one. That one. That one. That one. That one right there. That's the one that was holding us off. Equalize, equalize, equalize. Let's kick this sucker in the guts. Okay, that's going. Then we'll grab this guy. Go to here. You're going the wrong way. That one. Come on, get up. That one, those are on equalize. Not yet. That one. That's the key. That one and that one over there, that's the key one right there. The first hose off the tanks, it seems. So that must mean this diesel one is set up. No. There goes my theory. Look, this one's not set up that way. Well, either way, you guys were right, or whoever said that, someone said that. You're right. Let me get a save on. We'll go upstairs and we'll conclude this epic session of Meaty the Last Caretaker dude, robot guy. All right, so we're doing all this. So right now we're filling diesel. We're filling petrol. We're making diesel and petrol, and we're dumping crude in to those tanks. Got a lot going on. Bum, 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 bum. This is like one of the early videos here. Going to be 3 hours. A lot of cool stuff. I mean, it's a little slow at the beginning, I ain't gonna lie. But we really picked it up at the end. If you know what I'm saying. So what's the over and under on them actually giving me another thing? Return to the council and receive your next instructions. So if the habitat community has like more and more things for us to do, what are those other committees going to do? Like, that would be crazy. Like, if you were really into that part of the game, which I say we, all of us are not, because you guys said, yeah, that was cool to see once, you know. Okay, so habitat care. So this is one called True Choices. I took it.
The council is sending us to a courier sieve node. Careful, this structure isn't a shelter. It's more like a filter, intended to prevent undesired elements from ever reaching orbit.
A sieve?
They desire whatever remains sealed inside that node. If Moses kept it offline and isolated, it likely violated established policy.
Okay, you guys know what a sieve is, right? You've heard the term leaking like a sieve. Yeah. Travel to the courier sieve node. That's how you spell sieve. And recover the high-value memory. The council has flagged a coastal carrier sieve node as a high priority. Travel to the shallow water facility, gain entry, recover the high-value memory sealed within. Ooh, dude, cool. We got a mission. You know what? You guys remember what I was saying? When we were at Pishon, I said, well, I can show you, but I was there looking that way, and we saw land out there. And I said, well, I went and hit those nodes that were that way, but we didn't go out that way. So there is something over there. And it's called the Sieve node. Oh my God, it's 11 o'clock at night. I'm going to start playing 8:30 or something. Oh my God. Lahoo, her. I want to check on the food if it's making anything. Yeah, oh yeah, that's good. Actually got a few things done that time. So we got 4, 6, and 4 of the heavies, and then we got more immune boost, which we're up to 16. So we got 30 of these, 13, 8, Endura growth. Yeah, okay, we're doing good. That's still, I still got stuff in here being made. We got immune boost, mind surge, mitochondrial surge, muscle fortification, nanite. Oh yeah, there's a lot of things. You know what? I bet you it's going to run out of this stuff before it does anything. Why is that fire not working in there anymore? We got that on the highest. Remember there was a fire animation in there. What the deuce? It's not putting out any of those big chunks. That's all Omega it's putting out right now. Something new now. If it's got a lot of it, it throws out like a huge chunk. It looked like that. Whatever this one is, that doesn't take long at all. The mind surge doesn't seem to take long at all to craft. Now that's a bigger chunk. I saw huge chunks in here from it. Oh, wow. Oh, there's a lot to go in there. This is definitely going to overflow. I'm not going to sit here and babysit it. See what it does when it throws out those big chunks, everything starts to fall off, but I've got that there. Be interesting to see what it looks like. All right, let's go down and look at the map, and then we'll be done. Bum, 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 do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Okay, we're flowing. So these are at, those are topped off, but they're just, whatever they're using from out there. That's been sucked down pretty good, down to 600 out of 2,000, and I've sucked all the diesel down. Okay. Where are we at on diesel? I can leave it running a little bit. All right, let's take a look at the map. So, from Pishon, you can see where I headed up this way and dealt with these guys. And they look like land, but they're just little mountains. But when we were here, I was looking out this way, and I'm like, there's stuff out here. So it's another 5 kilometers out. Look at that. It's as far out as Eden Cradle is, but straight east. Cool. We got something cool to do in the next episode. Nice. All right, you guys, that's going to do it for this one. It ended up being just under 3 hours. It's now 11 o'clock at night. Time for me to go do something else. Anyway, thanks for hanging out. If you made it to the end, hope you enjoyed watching this on a Sunday, or if you caught it another day. See you guys next time.